You log onto Twitter that day and you see pudgy penguins are going crazy. There's a 400 ETH sale and you don't know what's going on. So you obviously immediately go to OpenSea to buy one because you know they're up only at this point. You buy one that day for an average of 8.7 ETH. You realize in terror 3 days later you bought the all-time top. You're looking to sell and move on, but it seems like your only option is to sell at floor. What if you could sell off raffle tickets to your NFT at a price that you set? For example, for the pudgy case, if you wanted to sell it for 4 ETH, then you would sell it as 1,000 tickets at 0.004 ETH each, which is roughly $7 a ticket. This is what the Naffles platform is trying to solve. Naffles is a platform that allows you to run your own NFT raffles to maximize your profits, while at the same time allows you to buy raffle tickets to win life-changing NFTs for the price of an expensive coffee. In this video, I'm going to explain to you how Naffles works, what makes it compelling and unique, and what sets it apart from its NFT marketplace competitors, and why this unique NFT exchange protocol could have first mover advantage in an ecosystem starved of a unique consumer experience. All right, I'm going to go through the light paper and try to explain the Naffles platform in as a condensed form as I can make it. Disclaimer, this is just for info purposes only. This isn't me compelling you to try and buy this in any way or any form. Not financial advice, do your own research, etc. All right, so I think it's important to outline what the problem is first off. As I outlined in the beginning in the pudgy penguin example, a majority of NFT holders are at the mercy of selling their NFTs at floor price. As well, the majority of people can't access opportunities to mint top NFT projects or can't afford to purchase expensive NFTs. The solution that Naffles is trying to provide is it lets anyone sell their NFTs using a raffle system to disconnect their profit potential from the floor price. This provides an endless supply of opportunities to own expensive NFTs for an affordable ticket price. So why do we need something like Naffles anyway? Well, the vast majority of top tier NFT projects typically take the following path. NFTs are initially minted by the privileged few who have earned whitelist spots, or they're subsequently sold on exchanges via OpenSea looks rare-rareable, usually at the lowest price, so the floor. This unbalanced system ensures that only the privileged whitelisted or people with enough money to buy at the higher prices on the exchanges will be able to own these valuable NFTs. There's also a limited amount of liquidity in the market, as sellers will constantly undercut each other to sell their NFTs if they're not selling. The way around this issue is Naffles allows constant opportunities for anyone to win top tier NFTs by purchasing affordable raffle tickets. This enables NFT owners to disconnect their value from the floor price and allows you to virtually set your own profit level by running paid raffles. Now, where this gets interesting is they've actually partnered with ZkSync, fully integrated into that L2 solution. ZkSync, for those that don't know, is one of the big layer 2 players for Ethereum right now. In the space, you basically have Matic, and then for optimistic rollups, you have Optimism and Arbitrum, and then for ZK rollups, there's ZkSync. This essentially allows significantly cheaper gas fees while also having the security and liquidity of Ethereum. They're also, of course, integrated with Chainlink for the raffles, with planned integration on Argent wallets. Argent is basically a way for you to easily interact with the ZkSync protocol while on mobile. The advantage of using ZkSync is the significantly reduced fees. As you can see in here, it only costs 2 cents to send crypto to anyone on ZkSync. All right, so let's break down how it actually works. So in this example, it's similar to the example I gave earlier. So you basically bought an NFT, the floor price goes down, you realize you bought the top and you're sad. Instead of immediately having to sell for the floor, you create a raffle on Naffles. In this example, he bought for 1.5, the floor is now 1. He wants half an ETH profit instead of losing half an ETH by selling for the floor, so he creates the following raffle where the ticket price is 0.01 ETH at 200 tickets. This means he'll get 2 ETH if all the tickets sell, which is half an ETH profit. What's also really interesting to note is that if the tickets don't sell out, the people who buy the raffle tickets get refunded what they paid for the tickets, and you essentially get your NFT back out of the smart contract. Your NFT is returned to you. I think this is important to note because unlike other raffle platforms that we've seen on Solana, you don't get the cost of your NFT tickets back if it doesn't sell out. It significantly reduces the risk for someone to buy a ticket because they're going to get their money back if the raffle doesn't sell out anyway. So in this example, the NFT is still a popular one. So many people are willing to pay 0.01, which is roughly 20 bucks for a ticket to win. The NFT sells out. Also to note that the tickets you're buying are also NFTs. So when it sells out, Naffles executes the verifiably fair ticket selection process using Chainlink VRF. The NFT is automatically transferred to the winner. And then obviously the winner is very happy they won an NFT for $20, so they're happy. And then you receive the ticket proceeds and make a profit rather than having to sell the NFT at the floor for a loss. Obviously there's going to be platform fees on top of that, but you're going to be obviously saving a significant amount of money this way. So how does the platform actually make money? So obviously some fees are taken for every NFT raffle. They're sold through the platform. And then some of those profits are recycled to buy high value NFTs at exchanges that people would pay raffle tickets for. And then they're purchased at floor price. And then Naffles lists the NFT for raffle. So there's a continuous cycle of high value NFTs being put on the marketplace that can be raffled off. And then there's an additional cycle where there's customer run raffles where they're selling their own NFTs off in raffles and then taking the fees from that. I think it's also important to note that unlike DAOs or investment funds, Naffles doesn't actually hold on to the NFTs. They're bought and sold at a significant profit via their platform. Obviously there's some risk mitigation that has to be exercised here, but the idea is that they aren't holding the NFTs for long term like a lot of DAOs do, and then more often than not the NFTs they bought, have bled a lot in value. So next we'll touch on the development. I think it's important to note that this project has been bootstrapped from the ground up and has been in development since October 2021. This shows that they've actually spent time to build out the product first before they start bringing it to the market and like selling NFTs for access to the platform essentially. In that time, they've created a web app that will be ready for beta launch to NFT holders, a functioning product with smart contract audits being performed now, that the platform will initially be compatible with Ethereum based NFTs, and the payments will be processed fully by an integrated ZkSync bridge that enables seamless EVM transactions. I think this is really important as well, as essentially they're going to be interacting with the ZkSync layer within the Naffles platform itself. Next, we'll cover the founder's key NFT and their key benefits. Important to note that not all the benefits listed here will be live at the time of the launch or at the same time. So the first benefit is you get exclusive early listing access. From my understanding, the initial beta testers will be picked via application. Limiting access allows for higher quality listings, allowing for maximum profits as the platform is load tested over time. Next, there's tier-based discount on platform fees. The higher the tier of the NFT, the more you save on fees, obviously. Regularly get free ticket entries that allow you to participate in any raffle on the platform, regardless of that ticket price. There's also an affiliate program where if you onboard more public users, you get a percentage of the platform fee for their sale. There's also an affiliate program where you can earn perpetual affiliate commissions from onboarding more public users. And this is paid out from the percentage of the platform fee that they pay. You also get access to the reward pool share, which is a contribution-based reward system to compensate the most active and loyal key founder holders. The reward pools are created from the allocation of percentage of the platform fees, as well as profits from Naffle-run NFT raffles and other reward sharing incentives. And finally, in the event of a potential token release down the line, holders will have first access to that. All right, so after understanding what the platform is, how it works, what are the benefits for holding the NFT, now it's important to break down what makes the Naffles platform compelling and different from other NFT marketplaces in the space. I think the first main point to cover here is the ZkSync integration. Essentially, they're reducing the friction for users by connecting and acting within the ZkSync layer as it's integrated within the platform. The fact they are actively working and have made progress with the ZkSync team, I think, is very notable. There's a lot of positive sentiment that ZkSync will do a lot progressing the ETH L2 space, but currently there's just not a lot of platforms or things to interact with on the chain. So the fact that they have this partnership and they're integrating on that platform is very notable, to say the least. The use of the ZkSync for lower gas fees creates a much better user experience. ZkSync, being an ETH L2, is also able to take advantage of the security, popularity, and high liquidity of ETH native users. Could also be an influx of users as ZkSync token airdrop hunters speculate on different protocols to interact with, and Naffles could be one of those protocols just because there isn't that much to interact with on ZkSync right now. Like basically you can do a couple swaps, do a donation, and mint an NFT, and that's really it. There's like hardly even an NFT marketplace right now. I think another thing that's interesting is that the way the model's set up is it's a low risk participation for potential raffle buyers. If the raffle doesn't sell out, then they just get their raffle tickets back, right? There's no risk for them trying to participate. And then the low entry and raffle mechanic appeals to the degen gambling demographic, or side of people, I should say. I think another thing important to note is that we've seen proven demand for similar concepts like this, like on Solana. So for example, Blocksmith Labs, which is like the pre-mint for Solana, they use their token Forage, and that was used to like essentially run auctions for whitelist spots. And then Dust from DGods, which is the biggest project on Solana. If you go on the famous marketplace, you can essentially raffle off your high value NFTs using Dust. But the difference here, I think, is that you actually aren't even refunded for the raffle tickets if it doesn't reach the full amount. I think the key idea here is that the raffle isn't completed unless it reaches the full amount. So you either get the price you want to sell the NFT for, or it's just given back to you directly. There's also a lot of virality potential for on the seller and buyer side for higher profile NFTs. Like for example, if someone's selling a Mutant 8 yacht club or a Bored Ape yacht club. So like, let's say the seller is expressing satisfaction that they're able to sell their expensive NFT or like their more rare trait, like a gold for ape NFT, and they're essentially able to get what they want instead of having to settle for the floor. Or on the complete opposite side, where the buyer is posting a huge euphoric post of them getting lucky and winning a really expensive NFT, and they only had to spend $20 on it. In order to try and be as objective as possible, I think it's important to point out any risks or downsides. I think obviously one of them is if the team doesn't deliver or there's like an exploit on the smart contract level. However, both these reasons I think you could say about any NFT project essentially. In terms of not delivering, I think the Naffles team has tried to show that they're serious by building a product first and having the platform operational and security audits done, and then having people essentially beta test it before they start selling out early access to it, and then slowly increasing access over time to people to make sure that the platform is running as intended and correctly. So if you know potentially interested people who are either like NFT community managers or they own high value blue chip NFTs, they can reach out to Naffler here, which is NT Citizen 1608. He's the founder of Naffles, or they can email nft@naffles.com. Just wanted to add this in because I almost forgot it. But here's an example of what the UI looks like. Essentially, you have the social platforms, the search column, the NFT, the item properties for that NFT, the ticket price, the amount of tickets you're trying to sell. And then here it shows the sales history. I think it's clean. I think the idea is great. I think the fact that it's on ZkSync makes a lot of sense. It's interesting to see them immediately going to a very promising L2 solution like that. I think this would be popular with a lot of people because a lot of people would try to like gamble $20 to try and get a Bored Ape. I think this would appeal to people with high value NFTs because they can essentially sell at a price that they want, that they can essentially guarantee it is above floor. And yeah, that's basically it. And that's my overview and breakdown of the Naffles platform. I hope you found this info insightful, and you can follow me on Twitter or on other platforms if you click the link tree in the bio here if you want to hear about more overviews for crypto gaming, NFTs, and DeFi applications.